I believe he hung himself in whatever. Doesn't even look up. Will not look at Kennedy. Are you going to get a complete list of the Epstein stuff? I'm making a bet now. It's gonna be no. All right, we've had an upsetting week, okay? Some of you are digesting this a little bit worse than others. And that's okay. You're having a hard time articulating what actually happened to you. Well, I'm going to help you out. Jesus spoke in parables, and I love parables. So this guy, he's got your back. He's like, man, you guys are going to have the best dinner. I'm going to make you the best dinner. And you're like, oh, that's awesome. I love steak. He's like, yeah, you're going to love it. This is going to be the best dinner. I'm going to get Cash. She's going to get all the ingredients. I'm going to get Bondi. She's going to cook it up for you real nice. You're like, oh man, they some good cooks. I'm going to get a good steak. Now you go through a whole bunch of hell to get to this damn dinner table. You lose friends. Some of your family hates you. You become a joke. Your boss is a butthead. You finally sit down to this table and it's taking a long damn time. Cash is like, oh, we're going through the files. Don't worry. Gonna make sure there's no poison in these ingredients. And you're like, wow, this is gonna be not only a good steak, it's gonna be good for me. And Bondi comes out and says the same thing. As a matter of fact, she tells me she's got the steak on the grill. All she needs is butter. Punts it back to Cash. Trump the whole time going, yeah, it's gonna be the best dinner. You gonna love it. So you know you got that steak on the grill. You know how long it takes to cook a good steak. Now you're trying to figure out what's going on. And Trump comes over, kicks the table over. What do you care about a steak for? Don't you know it's late and I gotta go to bed? And what do you know? Cash and Bondi say the same thing to you. And you're just left there with your mouth ajar. And now we're at the part where they sit there and go, well, I got some broccoli. Want some broccoli? No. But we're gonna watch Trump. It's like, oh man, does he actually believe the stuff that's coming out of his mouth?
Mr. President, I know you've urged people to move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein?
All right, you see it right there. It's so minute. The negative head shake. It's almost like a swivel. It's very small. As soon as he starts talking about it, oh, we want to stay away from Epstein. And then shortly after that, you see the beginning of the big swing of negative.
Story and so upset about how it's been handled. Why do you think that is?
Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time.
You see the back stand up straighter. Why they would be so interested. It's defiance. It's pushback. So we got the negative, the stand up straight, pushing back. You ain't getting it, people. You're not getting it.
He's never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different...
Now we deflect. We're going to go, now it's the witch hunt. But I know many of you have started to realize who has been his wingmen, his go-to guys. So I want to go back and we're going to look at Lutnick because he's the one we can see the most as this begins.
Move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story?
So we're going to play with our mouth. We've got our head straight up and he's starting to look towards Trump.
And so upset about how it's been handled. Why do you think that is?
And then we have the minute negative. No.
Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor.
He's dead for a long time. And we get the head begins to turn and the side-eye glance. It's like, I know there's conspiracies on that, but it does make you wonder with that look.
In terms of life, I don't understand what the...
And now in terms of life, and the head begins to go down. Avoidance. I will say Trump actually doesn't seem like he himself is afraid of it. We're not seeing that kind of tension. He is portraying a lot. For those of you who are new, portrayal is just another word for acting. You use it when you're selling something or you're trying to lead someone or make them believe something else. It can add to deception. In this case, because we're seeing no fear or anything else, it's just acting. But Mr. Lutnick over here makes me think that there's a little bit of fear. They don't want to look, the looking down, the tightness in the mouth. It's like, what's going on over there, buddy? I thought it was a hoax.
Interest or what the fascination is, I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake. But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest.
So he goes back into the rise up in his body when he says, I don't understand. So he's standing firm. I don't understand. Portraying to you, I don't understand. I'm playing dumb. I don't understand.
Anybody, it's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But credible.
It's not really a joke. Yet Letnick over here is freaking laughing it out. I don't know, really bad people. What's so funny about calling people who are concerned about pedos bad people?
Information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say let them have it.
We do see the positive head movement there. Anything that's credible, let them have it. So this would make me think that this has been a discussion already. There is a banter back and forth between the two of, well, if this doesn't work, then we'll do this. Which makes the next thing that I say about the whole special prosecutor. You didn't get that steak, honey. And you're really upset. And you're not leaving my house. And I've kicked over the table. I'll put it back together. But it's not going to be real steak. It's going to be fake meat. But don't worry, you're going to love it. That special prosecutor, he's really good at cooking up that fake meat. Oh my gosh. I want to look at one more, and it's the most recent one that he did, because this is pretty much the beginning of, real Americans going, oh, wait a minute.
No rush, but if they want to negotiate, we're here.
Yeah. Mr. President, I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your attorney general told you this was a hoax?
So she begins. He knows the Epstein files, the eyes close. They have an extended close. Oh, he's tired. This fight is going on a lot longer than he anticipated.
I ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your attorney general told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen of that?
No, it's not the attorney general, no.
All right. No, it's not the attorney general. He's looking down, accessing the emotional. No, it's not the attorney general. And we've got emotional memory. All right. We've got emotional memory. I want to see how this brain goes through this.
I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. And it's a bad group. It started, actually, look at the Steele dossier. That turned out to be a total hoax.
All right. So he just stays in the emotional memory throughout this. So he actually has no, picture of that is where it came from. We're just calling in an emotional memory. An emotional memory. In this case, it looks like it's being linked to other things. I'm going to link it. How best to say this? He's in a place of emotion. So he's reacting in emotion. You can tell by the calmness in the body, he's exhausted. And in the fact that he stays in the emotional says it's an emotional exhaustion. He says it's a hoax, but the words that come with it is he's linking it with other things like the Steele dossier. But he goes nowhere in the brain that has hard evidence of it being a hoax. He just believes it's a hoax. And there's something emotional about it that makes him believe that. I don't know why. No one ever asked really good questions, which is annoying.
The 51 agents, the so-called intelligence agents, it was a hoax. It's all been a big hoax.
And he keeps doing the believe me look to you. 51 agents. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The intelligence thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're like, what in the world? I do not like hanging around these kind of people when they're in this state of emotionalness, because the brain does not think clearly. It does not make very good decisions, and it just reacts. And that's what we get to see. And it's not going to get any better, because that's the emotional state we're in. Is he on the Epstein list? Yeah, he's on the list, guys. This is old information. He's on the flight logs. The only thing we didn't see is that he ever went to the island. The flight logs never had him going to the island. But this would be the same like saying that because I flew on Delta airplanes, that I'm involved in Delta's shady dealings. We also have to remember that these people are all elites. They interact with each other and they share things with each other. No matter how clean you are, you're probably dirty in some shape or form. And maybe that's why he's in the emotional. because he's been a bit too chummy with the Epstein. Who knows? Now remember us on Patreon, Bombards Body Language and Bombards Tall Tales for audiobooks. Thanks for watching.